aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, running back on the move. Turns it on in midfield. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
They'll try it over the left side. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looking for a man. It's Sims. Throws to the back. And that ball is picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, UCLA. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. And if you get to stick around, here recently, a lot of success, too.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. To throw, it's Sims. Throws to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent, making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Yeah, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Off play action. Looking to buy time. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8-clap in a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense, you got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football, you want to do the mix, find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And this punt will be down just inside the 30-yard line. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Anger. At the 40, there he goes. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. You can become a star making efficient plays and getting 1st down, sort of like a Mark Harmon kind of way to play quarterback for the Bruins.
And then you become a big star. And in Hollywood, what a talent to do it. Obviously, create some excitement, create some momentum, go to a Rose Bowl, just do big things at UCLA.
Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. The give to the back. Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a nice looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA. You know he's smiling down from heaven watching that last game.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter.
UCLA 7, Michigan 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll try the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll get that one all the way down to the 40.
Another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
And the Bruins will hustle to the line. Gets it out fast. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bruins. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
Just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution, running and throwing the football? Wow.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to try to return. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you wanted. I mean, the offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Snagged on the outside. It's Anger. Well, he did a good job to get the foot down in bounds, but only picked up a yard and not enough for a first down.
Yeah, they need to work with more space, Reese. I mean, it's not worth throwing the football all that way to the boundary, just a toe tap and get 1 yard. We've got to do a better job trying to get these playmakers the football closer to the middle of the field.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. That 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UConn is getting dominated today, and you know, the folks in stores deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a floater. They're trailing by 21 to Miami. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game.
Just keeps moving. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. No big secret to what Michigan wants to do. They want to run it right down your throat with a little side dish of avoiding tackles, too, like this guy.
Yeah, just make them miss any way you can, but the physicality, having to tackle somebody over and over again, that's their blueprint. That's who Michigan is. They're going to make you answer that physical challenge almost every single play.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll try the right side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They go right back to him. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got his man. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in the perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
The Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Got the quick pass. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get their rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it harder to defend.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They move the tight end all over. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. 3rd and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. No good. Had a chance to make this lead 20, but we're still sitting on a 17.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
To the air, it's Sims. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Setting up the screen. Headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Going up top on first down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Makes the catch down the right side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one as the tackle is finally made. Looking to move it through the air. And that pass intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Wolverine. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's going to pass. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Sweet cut there. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Bruins will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Offense set on 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Sims. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Line getting set on second down. The play action fake. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Man, as a quarterback, you've got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's going to run it. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On fourth down, going to the air. He'll turn it loose out to the right. Wide open, he makes the catch. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bruins will line up to kick off and start the second half. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The inside handoff. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Fighting off the defender. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. This offense has a second down play. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Touchdown, UCLA! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UConn is getting dominated today. And, you know, the folks in stores deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 31 to Miami. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
First down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Sims. Dumps it to the back. Got his man on the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to take off. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. And it's no good. He missed it. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit. Still a 10-point game. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. Nice move there. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. They'll try to snap it quickly. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going to take a shot, and they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
The give to the tailback. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. And the Wolverines want to move quickly. Trying to impose their will with the run. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves to change for the first down. The Wolverines are threatening in the red zone. Leaves it with the back. Ran through the contact. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. UCLA will go back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
What a snag by the defense. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Wolverines. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Wide out in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. And the Bruins come to the line in the hurry up. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Michigan! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job of making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. UCLA will go back to work on offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO. He's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sideline.
It's complete. A huge pickup. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Bruin. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, the lead is now down to 4, 35-31. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. UConn is getting dominated today, and you know, the folks in stores deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 38 to Miami. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here's the handoff. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Throws for the tight end. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score, your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Hands it off. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football.
Throws toward the end zone. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
That QB might want to register as a 501c3. With the amount of donations he is making to the other team right now, interception number 4 now, putting his team in a bad position time and time again. We might want to start thinking about a change here.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
UCLA 31.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Michigan.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll leave it with him. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
So they're facing third and short from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Sims. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. It's a 1st and 10. Give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. At midfield, he's got room. Delivers the stiff arm. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark, and when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. A little screen to the running back. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the ground with the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
carries.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's caught! Touchdown, Wolverines! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. UCLA will go back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think we can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He's looking to throw it. Unleashes one deep. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Michigan! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Coastal Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there on the surf turf in Conway, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Old Dominion. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything. He's going up top. And he makes the grab at the 20. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. The Bruins want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw. He caught it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. 2nd and goal for the offense. He's looking to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return up.